All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get to it. Um, I'm just going to be going over the state of the market as I see it, and it's nothing really anything different than what other people see. It's just the way I interpret it. I think I may be um, something that could be helpful to anybody and everybody that may be watching. So quickly, let's look at this. What's going on? We had a big. I mean, everybody can see it. We had a nice little run so far, and now we're in this bigger downtrend. What's going on? I think we're in the fourth wave of 4 or 5. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. This is the fourth. We're looking at 4 or 5, and I think we've been coming to an end because we've had our primary A wave. Okay, then we had the B wave that ended at stereotypical level of 61.8 fib level, and then we had a C wave down. For now, it hit perfectly, as you can ask, on this 127 level. Very important. This is your stereotypical measurements for a zigzag. It measures what an ABC drop can be, correction or whatnot, and that's what we're seeing right now. For now, I'm going to take a bullish stand coming in tomorrow on SPY and go from there. Where can it fail? Of course, there's a few levels. It goes below this C, the closing of the C point. It goes below this level, okay, and that is, we want to make sure that it doesn't. And of course, if it goes below wave 1, that negates all of this this area that we've been talking about. It negates this, and of course that. It negates all of that. So we don't want to see it go below a certain level. Obviously, again, we don't want to see it go below, but for now it held, and I'm expecting it to go back up, at least try it to test this level. We will stay in we can't really say that the correction is over, and the reason is that we don't have confirmation. How do we know we have confirmation? When it goes above this the high of this third wave. So that being said, I am bullish. I expect it to go higher, but I'm being cautious because of the elections. Where does everything break down on this? Again, you can watch my previous video, or I can tell you everything breaks down if we get below 4 right here. If it does not go higher than this and breaks down this confirmation level and comes down to right here, this area, then there's a few things we want to say. That instead of this being a 4, we can cross that out, and this would be your W wave, okay? And this whole 1, so this whole 1, 2, and 3 can just be looked at in another way. A, B, and C of a larger X wave. I hope that makes sense. And that would mean that if we come down here, this would be your W, X, Y. Okay, and that is still in play because we have not gone over the high of this earlier end of wave 3. Okay, so just be mindful of that. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. We still need confirmation. We can still pretend, well, not pretend, but think that this can go back up and go ahead and make this, and we are in this, you know, this pattern too. Okay, which is a bullish butterfly. We'll go over that once once we actually in maybe in the next video or so, but that's another, a harmonic pattern that you can look at if you were someone who follows harmonic patterns. But this is set up as a very well harmonic pattern, and we'll go over that some other video. All right, so let's look at the next one, QQQs. All right, so QQQs are also somewhat in the same position. We had this nice little rally from wave 2 to wave 3, and now we're in correction. Okay, few things going on here. Let me just enlarge this area for y'all. Okay, a few things. The first one that I want to talk about is this C, this wave, and this wave. They're exactly the same as of now. They've met the symmetry part of it, okay? And we also saw that it hit this level. That means that it completed, in a sense, this ABC level, okay, or ABC structure. Again, this is the same thing as SPY. This is your stereotypical ABC in a zigzag, the minimum that you can have for a correction. Okay, you can have flat, of course. It can go this way, blah, this way, this way, this way. There's many ways that it can do, but this is the minimum that you can say, okay, it's done this, and now I know it's the minimum that I need to see. It's hit some key levels, it's holding for now, and we go from there. What happens if it breaks down? Where we don't want to see it break down to. We do not definitely want to see it break down to this level. Okay, we do not want to see it, because what it does, it again, just like I mentioned in SPY, it negates all of this, and it just becomes into a bigger WXY structure, which is the flat. And we still cannot confirm that we are out of that area. How do we know? Let's just quickly zoom out. Here it is. We are still below this level. Okay, that's all matters. Until then, we are in this flat. Okay, we want to see this bounce up and get back over into this area. This is the most important area. This is where we want to see it go. Then we can say, okay, so this is a larger wave 1 or 5, and we can continue to march higher and so forth. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, there are a few zones that I want to look at. We've already gone through this part. Okay, the fifth part is that it needs to get through. How could I phrase this in a good way? It needs to get through this area, 6.18, in order for you to say that the fourth wave is technically over. It can get to 297.27 and say, hey, that could be a truncated version if it stops there. This is your target. That's my target, at least. I expect it to get there. It may not. It may very well so. It may get there after election. Who knows? There is some timing around elections. I think I've shown these charts to some people, but not many. Anyway, it can go up to here or even larger. So that kind of covers it about QQQs. So what else we want to look at? IWM. That's one of the last ones that we want to look at. So IWM is in as much better shape than SPY and QQQ because it's over our confirmation point right here. Okay, and it held. And right now it looks like it's gapping up. So this is the most important part. If you took a trade, congratulations. in IWM. It's definitely a long right here. This was a very, 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 very can't say very enough, um, low risk entry, because this is where the wave one ended, and this is where we are now. Okay, we can confirm that this is wave three of a larger wave. So where do we go? Few areas that I'm looking at right here. These are it. Want to see them hit those targets. Where do I know that they may not be successful? Obviously, we don't want to see it come down to here, and we don't want to see it break down here. Okay, so those are the points we don't want to see this come back and break down, because what happens, logic dictates we're out of the uptrend. Okay, that's all it is. And this was nothing more than, well, we'll see when we get there. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and kind of explain what I'm thinking, but we'll see when we get there. And that does it. If you have any questions, give me a, drop me an email, hit me up on Stock Tweets or Twitter. I'm here. I'm around. Let's talk about it. There's a lot to talk about with elections coming up. I am staying light. I'm not going to be a hero. Y'all can be. I'm not. So that's pretty much what my opinion is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. And hope you have a awesome day.